I need to go on a work trip for a month. Could you come by my place to feed my cat? Also, the mango juice in the fridge is about to expire. At 2 in the morning, I was jolted awake by my phone vibrating. I grabbed my phone and saw it was a message from my best mate, Chloe. The next moment, I was wide awake and drenched in cold sweat. First, she's a freelancer, so there's no such thing as a work trip for her. Second, she doesn't have a cat. Third, she's allergic to mangoes. 1. Emma, I need to go on a work trip for a month. Could you come by my place to feed my cat? Also, the mango juice in the fridge is about to expire. At 2 in the morning, I was jolted awake by my phone vibrating. I picked up my phone from the bedside and saw it was a message from my best friend, Chloe Harris. I'm a light sleeper. It's no exaggeration to say that if a pin dropped in the night, I'd wake up immediately. Chloe knew this all too well, which is why she never texts me in the middle of the night. In the next second, I suddenly realized something, and sleep fled from me, replaced by a wave of cold fear. I've known Chloe for over a decade. She's my closest friend, and nobody understands her better than I do. First, she's a freelancer. There's no such thing as a work trip for her. Second, she doesn't have a cat. Third, she's allergic to mangoes. Recently, Chloe and I watched a film about the safety of women living alone, which included a plot point where two best mates had a secret code in case they were in danger. Emma, if I ever send you a strange message, you must come and save me. My heart raced, and I instinctively reached for Chloe's number to call her, but I quickly realized she was hinting at something alarming rather than directly telling me what was happening, which could only mean that the attacker was right next to her, watching her every move. At 2:30 in the morning, it seemed like the power was out, and everything was pitch black outside. In the darkness, it felt as though countless eyes were watching me, my heart racing wildly, the strong beats echoing in my ears, as if they might burst from my chest. I hurriedly grabbed my medication from the drawer and swallowed a couple of pills dry, taking a while to regain my composure. Once I calmed down, I called James Thornton first, then reported it to the police. James is my boyfriend. He's smart and tall. Whether I'm facing the police or going to find Chloe, I always feel safer with him by my side. As soon as I saw James, I rushed into his arms, crying uncontrollably. Emma, don't be scared. I'm here. No one will hurt you again, James murmured, patting my back softly, inhaling his subtle scent. My fear gradually dissipated. Thank goodness I had James. About 5 minutes later, the police arrived. I sat on the sofa, listening to James talk to them. Emma Smith, said one of the officers, his voice laced with surprise. I looked up to the door and was astonished to see a familiar face. It was David Collins. What a coincidence. David and I go way back. We were classmates in secondary school, and he was technically my first love. However, the circumstances of our breakup were rather tragic, something I've never forgotten. We were young and didn't understand much. The kind of childish romance we had didn't hold any weight. Even so, seeing David now brought an inexplicable awkwardness. David was all business though, and had no intention of reminiscing. He said matter-of-factly, "We understand the situation. We're going to Chloe's house now. I'm coming with you," I said, summoning my courage. David shot me a disapproving glance, as if he thought I'd just complicate things. James also advised, "I know you're worried about Chloe, but this is something the police should handle." I bit my lip stubbornly and insisted, "Chloe is my best friend. I need to see her safe before I can relax. Plus, I have her keys. I can help." Seeing my determination, James and David had no choice but to relent. They both knew I'm quite stubborn about what I set my mind on. Reluctantly, David allowed James and me to tag along. 2. Chloe lived in an upscale house as a standard wealthy second generation. Her security system was top-notch. David immediately instructed his team to pull up the surveillance footage, and he followed James and me straight to Chloe's flat. As we reached the front door, we caught a whiff of something metallic in the air. I shuddered, a sense of foreboding washing over me. My breathing quickened as I fumbled for the keys in my bag. The more anxious I became, the less I could think clearly. The keys, usually on the outside of my bag, were nowhere to be found. Seemingly sensing my fear, James wrapped his arms around me from behind, whispering, "Emma, don't be scared. I'm